Hello from Seoul. Potato is one of the most popular ingredients around the world. But if you haven't tried this bad boy, you're missing out on the best of the best. Trust me, after just one bite, this Korean style potato side dish will become your favorite. Today, we're gonna be making Gamja Bokkeum, one of the most popular Korean side dishes of all time. This dish is not only loved in Korea, but it's also enjoyed in slightly different ways in many other countries. So today, I'll be sharing the Korean-style stir-fried potatoes. It's so simple, but incredibly delicious. So I really want you to give this a try. If you do, I'm sure you will absolutely love it. For this, you will need some potatoes, carrot, onion, and green onions. That's it. Actually, the green onion is mainly for color, so you can skip them if you like. But as we already know, more green onion, more delicious. So I, the green onion guy, will stick with this bad boy. By the way, we have all the instructions and a list of ingredients on our blog, aaronandclaire.com, so please visit here if you need a written recipe. Alright, let's start with the potatoes. Get yourself 2 Yukon Gold potatoes and cut them into thin matchsticks. As a little tip, cut one side of the potato first so that you can have a nice flat surface. This way, the potatoes won't roll around, so you'll be much easier to slice. Or, if you have a mandolin slicer, you can use that too. It'll be much easier and faster to do that. Plus, it gives you perfectly uniform cuts, which means when we stir fry our potatoes, we can prevent some parts from getting overcooked and some parts from getting undercooked. What? No mandolin at home? Don't worry about it. In just a minute, I'll be showing you how to cook the potatoes evenly without this bad boy. Next, cut about 1/3 of a carrot into thin matchsticks. To be honest, this is also more of an aesthetic thing, so you can skip it if you like, but it makes a big difference in how the dish looks. So if you have a carrot rolling around in your fridge, go ahead and use some. You won't regret it. Now, cut half an onion into thin strips, and then thinly slice 1 green onion. That's it. So simple, right? At this point, some of you might be thinking, what? No garlic in a Korean dish? Aaron, are you sure about that? Good point, but I don't normally use it for my version. But if you're a garlic lover, feel free to use some. As always, everything will turn out fantastic. Alright, we're all set. Let's get cooking. Fill your pot with enough water and bring it to a boil. What? You don't understand why we boil the water for a stir-fried dish? I'm so glad you brought that up. This is the secret skill that I mentioned earlier. By blanching the potatoes first, we don't have to worry about some parts being overcooked while others are undercooked. Super cool, right? Alright, once the water starts boiling, add a pinch of salt, potatoes, and blanch them for about 2 minutes. Now some of you might ask, Aaron, can I skip this step? Sure, but make sure to soak the sliced potato in some water for a few minutes before you cook them, because they'll have removed some of the starch and keep the potatoes from sticking together. Another good tip, right? You're welcome. When the potatoes are slightly cooked, drain them well and set them aside. Now, let's start stir frying. In a wok or pan, add 2 tablespoons of oil and heat it over medium heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add the white parts of the green onion, carrot, and stir fry them for about 2 minutes or until the onions start to soften. Here, you can add some chopped bacon, and that's gonna elevate the dish to the next level. But I'll just skip it and stick to the classic. But if you have some bacon in your fridge, feel free to add some. They'll be fantastic. Now, increase the heat to medium-high. Add the blanched potatoes, half a teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder, some salt and pepper, and stir fry them for about 2 minutes. For information, instead of chicken bouillon powder, you could also use oyster sauce. But I don't want to make it too dark, so I'll go with chicken bouillon powder. What? You don't have both? Don't worry about it. Then just season it with some salt. No problem at all. Alright, the potatoes are perfectly cooked. Let's turn the heat off. And then to that, add 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame seeds, green onion, and mix it well. Now give it a quick taste and add some salt to taste. Alright, looks like it's done. Let's transfer it to a serving plate and see how it tastes. But before we meet our taste tester, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Hey Kim. Kim roasted seasoned seaweed is one of Korean soul foods. It's not only just a delicious side dish that makes for an easy meal, but it's also the ultimate snack that can be enjoyed very simply. Although it's a very common food, there's a significant difference in taste and quality among the products. Hey Kim is one of the top premium seaweed brands in Korea. They produce their seaweed using traditional methods along the pristine West Sea coast of Korea, designated by UNESCO. Hey Kim exclusively uses a valuable and flavorful variety of seaweed called chosarigim, which is only available for 15 days a year. As a result, it gives you great flavors with perfect crispy texture. The best way to enjoy Hey Kim's incredible dry seaweed is with a bowl of hot rice. But it's also great with various other Korean dishes. Or you can even get more creative and try it with your own meals. Trust me, with Hey Kim, every meal will get better. If you wanna try this premium roasted seasoned seaweed and experience Korean soul food, click the link in the description and visit their official Amazon store. You will get special discounts on your purchase. Thanks Hey Kim for sponsoring this video.
Claire?
와, 감자볶음이네. This is one of my all-time favorite Korean side dishes. 아, 맛있겠다. 비주얼도 그렇고 냄새가 일단 너무너무 좋아. I wish I could smell this every day. Let's give it a try. 어떤 면으로 보여도 다 예쁘지. 와우. 감자볶음은 조금 먹으면 맛을 잘 몰라. 버거튼 듬뿍 들어야 된다. Cheers! 약간 짭조름하면서 감자의 그 포근포근한 식감도 잘 살아져 있고 그 와중에 중간중간에 당근이랑 양파 같은 애들은 약간 아삭거리는 그런 식감을 추가해줘서 단조롭지 않고 너무너무 좋은 것 같아. 너무 맛있어. 그리고 재료 자체도 그렇게 비싼 재료로 하는 게 아니잖아. 근데도 어쩜 이렇게 맛있는 음식이 나오나 몰라. 정말 너무 훌륭한 음식인 것 같아. 우리 엄마 스타일의 감자볶음은 감자하고 다른 야채는 안 하고 마늘을 많이 넣는데 진짜 거짓말 안 하고 한 20개 넣는 것 같아. 근데도 그 마늘의 향이 기름에 샥 잘 퍼져가지고 전체적으로 향긋하게 만들어주는 게 진짜 맛있어. So if you have a lot of garlic in your pantry, you can try my mom's version too. That will be awesome too. 좀만 더 먹어볼까? I always wanna have a balanced meal, so whenever I make this dish, I take out my secret weapons. Kimchi from the fridge, dry seaweed from my pantry, and I can't miss my fried egg. See? I've got a full balanced meal. This is my little tip. Hope you guys give this a try and enjoy your Korean meal. Bye!
Today, I showed you how to make Gamja Bokkeum, one of the most beloved Korean side dishes of all time. How was it? It's unbelievably simple and easy, right? Like I said earlier, this dish is enjoyed in slightly different ways across many cultures, which means no matter where you're from or no matter how old you are, it's so tasty to everyone. Not only that, it's super budget friendly and easy to whip up, so I really hope you give this a try. If you do, trust me, every single person at the table will love it. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.